Magic the Gathering Universes Beyond collector booster boxes have been skyrocketing in price. Now, does it have anything to do with the fact that it's seen as more collectible due to its IPs attached to it? Or are all collector boxes going up? Let's discuss it in today's video. Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Mattcaster Mage. If you do enjoy my content, please consider subscribing and joining all the fun we have here. Today we're going to be talking about the Universes Beyond collector booster boxes. Now, a lot of collector boxes have been going up. Actually, in fact, I think we're kind of getting out of a bear market in general for the TCGs, but surprisingly, collector boxes, and not just collector boxes, set boxes, draft boxes, they've all been really going up in price. But the ones that have been going up more than anything else based on a percentage basis are the Universes Beyond collector booster boxes. It is really something substantial, and we're going to be taking a look at the very first Universes Beyond collector booster box and then go all the way to Fallout and check out how much they've actually moved on a percentage basis in the past 3 months. Now let's take a look at the very first box, and that is Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. Now, it technically isn't a full-blown Universes Beyond set because it's an IP that Wizards of the Coast actually owns, but it's still another IP. It's not Magic the Gathering. We're getting Dungeons & Dragons. We're not getting Jace the Mind Sculptor. We're getting Drizzt. We're getting something else that's attached to it. So I thought it was very interesting to take a look at the prices here, because I do think that this is going to be something that Wizards of the Coast in general is going to rely on more in the future, is going to be Universes Beyond stuff, and the potential of them going up in price in the future, because you have to look at it through the lens of Wizards of the Coast. They want to make sure that they have access to these other IPs, since they've kind of given up on their own IP. They want to have access to great IPs that they can actually sell product with. It's something that hopefully won't crash in the future, so other IPs who are approached by Wizards of the Coast won't just be like, oh, you mean that product that tanked by 80% in value? No, we're not going to touch that at all. We're not going to be associated with you guys. In fact, it's going to have the opposite effect. I think they're going to restrict print runs and make sure that these remain collectible in the future. Now, the collector box for Adventures in the Forgotten Realms is currently sitting at $137.45. 3 months ago, it was sitting at about $105, meaning that this box has actually went up by 30.05%, which is a whopping increase in price. Next up is another Universes Beyond D&D set, and that is the Battle for Baldur's Gate. This is one that really tanked in value at first, because I think Wizards of the Coast is really testing the market out with this product more than anything else in the past, because they wanted to see whether or not they could push this product based on the name Commander Legends, but also kind of throw that pseudo in of it being a Universes Beyond product to see if it's going to be collectible or not. Are people going to really buy it for the name Commander Legends, or are they going to buy it for the name Dungeons & Dragons? And it was rejected almost immediately because people didn't really see the value, and it was very commander focused, which is fine nowadays because everything is commander focused. But back then, it was like that slow drip of commander into everything, and this is kind of early on in those stages of Wizards of the Coast commander development in the last few years. But still, if you look at the price of it, it's been exploding. $180.75 right now, and 3 months ago it's sitting at $153.56, meaning this box has actually went up by 17.7% in the last 3 months. Next box here is the Brothers War. Now, this is one of those sets that's not a full-blown Universes Beyond set, but the collector boxes did have those Shattered Glass cards, those Transformers, and a lot of those Transformers have been going up in price. Those singles have really been on the move lately, and this box is currently sitting at $203.32. 3 months ago, it was actually sitting at $166.45, meaning that this box has actually went up by 22.3% in the last 3 months. Next Universes Beyond product, this is like the start of the craze of Universes Beyond. This is like the very first full-blown Universes Beyond product, and it was attached to a very, very nice IP, Lord of the Rings. This was something that was going to sell very well, and they knew it right from the get-go. That's why they attached all that marketing with it, and they also had the one-of-one ring serialized card, which also brought more attention to the Magic the Gathering, Post Malone buying it as well on the secondary market. It was just a crazy time to be alive in Magic. I'm glad that I actually had some boxes and some product to open up from this set that I can kind of go back and watch on my channel, because it was definitely a turning point for Magic, and it definitely solidified, I think, the fact that they're going to go way harder in Universes Beyond in the future, because they made so much money on the set. In fact, it was the best-selling Magic the Gathering set of all time. Now it's currently sitting at $453.41. 3 months ago, it was sitting at $406, meaning this box has actually went up by 11.6% in price. Now the next product is another Lord of the Rings set, and it's the special edition version of this set. Now it's sitting at $400 right now for its market price, and 3 months ago, it was sitting at $317, so it's actually went up a lot, actually more than the regular Lord of the Rings set. This actually went up by 26% in price. Next up is the Universes Beyond Doctor Who set. This is an interesting one because there was only commander decks that were attached to it. You didn't have any set boxes with this. You didn't have like a draft box. It was just the commander decks and the collector booster set. And honestly, I think it's something they're going to do a lot more in the future when it comes to Universes Beyond. It did feel weird because essentially you're only really buying the collector boosters for like really specific versions of the cards that are already going to be present in the commander decks, like just like a special foil version or a certain art treatment. And it was kind of weird. Because of that, I think it did tank a lot, because if you wanted the whole set, you can get every single card you need pretty much if you just buy the 4 set of commanders, right? So that's all you really needed. But regardless, it's been on the move, and this was like probably the worst received collector box ever for Universes Beyond. In fact, people were calling it Doctor Who Cares. Now it is sitting at $232.09, and 3 months ago sitting at $211.28, meaning this box has actually went up by 10%, even with all that negativity attached to it. Now the next Universes Beyond set is another set that's not a full-blown Universes Beyond set. It was one that had treatment of Universes Beyond kind of sprinkled in there, and this is the Lost Caverns of Ixalan collector booster boxes, currently sitting at $326.28, and 3 months ago it was sitting at $236.35, meaning that this box has actually went up by 38%, the biggest increase out of any of the boxes from Universes Beyond that we've seen thus far. And I honestly believe a lot of it also has to do with the fact that there is a few singles that are just like absolute bombs, like Roaming Throne, which is like, I think like between $30 and $35 just for the regular copy. And if you think about that, that's just a rare. So if you're opening like a collector booster box, like you're probably guaranteed to get at least one Roaming Throne, maybe not, but for the most part, it could be 1 or even 2, potentially even 3, because it's just a rare. It's not a mythic, so it's very easy to pull, especially in a collector booster box where you're getting so many rares and mythics. Next up is the final box, and that is the Universes Beyond Fallout collector booster box. Now I'm not looking at the 3-month trend for this because 3 months ago this was still way before even pre-order prices, so I'm looking at when the release of the set was, and that was around a month ago. So a month ago it was sitting at just around $427, and now it's sitting at $455.45, meaning that this collector box has actually went up by 7%. But if you take a look at the 3-month trend, it was like in the mid 200s, so it looks like it's went up by way more than that based on the prices really early on. But I'm just looking at the 1 month because I wanted to see what it looked like when it first was released compared to now. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. It was a fun one to do, and I just wanted to shine a light on the fact that Universes Beyond stuff, it does look like it's going up in price, especially the collector boxes, and I feel like this is something that Wizards of the Coast is going to lean into more in the future, especially when it comes to collectability. And I'm really kind of excited for some of the potential in the future. Obviously, some Universes Beyond for me, it's going to be a skip. Definitely for you guys watching, there might be a few that you just don't connect with at all. For me, next year, Marvel. I know some people are like, ugh, Marvel. I've always loved Marvel. I've always loved the action figures and comics. It's something I'm really looking forward to, and it's going to be one that I'm hoping to do a lot of openings for on the channel. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a like down below. Subscribe if you are new to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.